Oh, you're making? Oh, god. Okay, no, you're in. We're good. Sweet. Whatever. We're good to go. Quell versus Wizz. Ladies and gentlemen, we have number 12 versus number 48. A top 50 1v1 matchup here. And boy, am I excited. Both of these guys coming in as relatively unknowns in the Feer RL community. Quell having played a little bit before in the Karate Invitational, taking second in that one, losing only to iRicky in that tournament. iRicky, one of the first closed qualifier winners from Sunday's closed qualifier. He'll be taking on the rest of the competition in the league coming later this week. Who else do we have in that league? Well, we have Daniel Chronic. I wish we could say this time, but we don't, as he chose not to hop into the closed qualifiers and didn't really sign up. But you know, that's okay. I'm not too salty. I'm just a little salty. We have Sharp and we have Young Evo as well. And speaking of young, Wizz is another one of those youngsters, those 13-year-old cracked 1v1ers in the scene. Wizz coming out as the number 1 overall seed in this tournament. We expecting him, I guess, to be one of the qualifiers here for the Feer 500, but taking an L actually in the winners quarterfinal matchup to Nibra, who found himself reverse sweeping Wizz in the last. In the winners quarterfinals, and then taking on Plum in the winners semis. Now this is a extremely high level matchup that, you know, I really didn't expect at all to see in the losers bracket. You know, if anything, I expected to see this in, you know, the winners semis or something like that, but my goodness. So Wizz taking the early lead in this one. Both players playing relatively slow, trying to feel each other out. Not a lot of rush challenges or rush offensive plays, you know, coming to the forefront here as we see Quell / Blake tied up this game with a relatively open net. Wizz not able to get back just in time, but we have a 1-1 match heading into the 3-minute mark left in the game. Nice clear from Wizz. We'll see if it'll net him possession. Does, but he's not able to do much to it as Quell forces it into his own corner. A good clearing spot as Wizz gives up possession yet again. Wizz going to give Quell a lot of space here. Quell opting to go to the air, to the ceiling that is. He takes a 50-50 instead of going for a shot. Smart move considering his takeoff and from the what am I trying to say? The ceiling. He didn't look very comfortable coming off the ceiling there, but Wizz looking a little bit more comfortable than Quell at the time. But when we saw Quell warmed up against Herg, he popped off. So that's what we're going to be expecting to see again from Quell. As he warms up, we're going to be expecting to see him do harder and harder shots. Wizz maybe the same thing, but you know, we haven't seen Wizz play any time before except against a very grounded King Granny on a Fear stream last game. Quell taking the 2-1 lead this time, able to take a nice big flick over Wizz and slot it past him. Wizz, I don't think he had a lot of boost there going into that one, but you know, not much he's going to be able to do about that. Power that Quell is able to grab on these shots. Quell looking smooth. His ground play and really all of his play, he looks very comfortable on the field is what I'm trying to say. All of his movements are very smooth. He's not very jittery. The ball sits on his car as he expects it to, and most of his shots are crispy clean. Haven't seen that from Wizz just yet, but we expect it from him as he is the currently number 12 ranked player in the world. Quite an accomplishment from him. We've seen him in the top 10 a lot recently as well. Was not able to pick up any boost here. One of the marks of a solid ones main is somebody who's able to play very, very confident defense without boost. Was looking like he's able to do that, but taking the that back corner boost just as it came up, just as he passed it, and a massive flick to equalize the game with a minute to go. Now, like we said last series when we were casting on Sunday for the first time, that final goal with when you have around a minute to go, the goals within the last minute count so much more than the first few goals in the game do. Whoever is able to take this lead here will come out with a massive advantage for not just this game, but for really the entire series. Assuming that they can take this game, that is. 40 seconds remaining. Both players trying to see how they can open up some space between each other. Both looking like they like to operate offensively with more space than not. Players more grounded, maybe like Ranny and Perg, like we saw, choosing to operate in a little bit more of a closed setting, trying to slot it past their opponents. But Wizz and Blake a little bit more, Wizz and Quell, that is, a little bit more high-flying players. That demo, though, from Wizz might just win him this game. We'll see what Quell is able to do on the kickoff here. Ooh, a kickoff win from Quell, although Wizz, with the early challenge, is going to throw him off. He's going to roll up the wall. Looks like Quell has the 0-second goal. Wow. Wizz just kind of missing this one, but I think it might have come off his card just a little bit. Quell making sure he's able to slot that goal in without hitting the ground. It would have been close. And we have an overtime here on a game one. Wow. An amazing match to start us off. Two guys who both could take this entire tournament at any point if they wanted to, if they really turned it on. Both of them hoping to do so in this overtime right now. Wizz with possession. He'll get it past. Will he be able to score from this angle? Doesn't look like it. Putting Quell in a very difficult position with probably a little low boost. And an incredible double touch gives Wizz the win. But that's only game one. We're going to watch that one back. What a recovery to get that second touch and slots it into the upper corner. That was a fun one to watch, ladies and gentlemen. Bearlight rating the channel with 8 million viewers, as Feer likes to say. Bearlight, I hope your stream went really well. Are you done? Are you done for now, or are you hopping back on a couple matches? Appreciate the Sorry, I am gotta update this the score really quick before I ready up. You're done for now? Well, dude, thank you so much for the raid. This is just my second time streaming. Our third ever, sorry, our fourth ever game to be casted. Hopefully I don't embarrass myself too much here, but we got a little bit of practice under our belt. And we have quite an amazing series here. Quell and Wizz going to overtime in game one. But as I was saying earlier, both these guys, I think, could win the tournament at, any point in their lives if they wanted to. Both of these guys, such dedicated ones mains. And both top of North America at the moment, or else they wouldn't have been invited. Now, Quell gonna have to change up a little bit, though he played very well in game one. What a recovery from Quell there. Able to slot it just past Wizz for his first goal. Off to a nice start is Quell. Wizz going to have to make a small comeback. Going straight to the air this time. Going low, and will in fact fake Quell out. Quell taking an early jump this time, trying to get the block. Wizz reading it perfectly, taking the 50-50 and scoring with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go in the game. Smoke. Well, looking like he's going to go for the flip reset, but he ends up not, going for the hard touch instead. Well, I think going for the same read that I was trying to read there, and an unfortunate own goal off of a tight angle there from Wizz. Wizz will take the lead, scoring 2 unanswered goals to start us off in this first minute of game 2 of this series. You know, Quell, we saw him play against Perg in our first match of today, taking it very handily. Wow, another fake on the air dribble here, taking not taking it high, but taking it low instead, right when he sees Quell go up. It's incredible control there from Wizz. I don't think I would ever be able to do that. But it's you know, for the control that he has on that, that is honestly a very low risk play. Assuming he gets the 50-50 on it almost every time, which it seems like he's almost in the perfect position every time he does it. You know, there's never going to be a chance where Quell has the opportunity to make an incredible counterattack off of a 50-50, unless it's, you know, some crazy 50-50. But the odds for that are pretty low, and I think Wizz kind of internally knows that. He's only 13, but some of these guys, being the mechanical geniuses there are, can also read everything, it seems. Wizz will keep that 11 boost, use it to pre-jump, and we have a little pre-jump low boost battle going on there, as Wizz will get demoed for his efforts. He will maintain the same scoreline as he rushes back for that boost, and a pre-jump will net him that save and the possession. Well, trying to gain it back. These players leveling the meta on each other, becoming a lot more close quarters. These players not trying to give each other space, as they spent the first half of this match going straight to the air just about every time. Quell knows now he definitely cannot give Wizz the space that he wants when he's going to the air like that. Quell opting to go to the air a few times as well. Definitely good enough to make any of these aerial shots. We saw him make an incredible pre-flip to flip reset to finish off the game against Perg, or the series that is against Perg. And it'll be interesting to see if he can pull something like that out again against Wizz, because Wizz right now is, you know, he's able to challenge just about everything he wants, because he doesn't think that Perg is able to, like, slot it past him, is able to do anything with that space. So let's see if Quell is able to do anything to make Wizz back up, you know, to make him think, to keep him guessing. Possession becoming such a rarity to get back in this game here. Wizz taking the 4-2 lead. A nice recovery there off of the back wall after getting bumped. A little half flip there, very nice. Looks like Quell is going to be taking possession this time. Now he's only got 1 minute and 25 seconds to bring this one back, but he should be able to put this one in. A nice stoppage after the miss, something that has proven very difficult for most players. That ball coming off the crossbar, incredibly tough to read. But now only a 1-goal difference between Wizz and Quell as we head into the final minute of this game is quickly approaching us. And as we said before, whoever is in the lead with that final minute has an incredible and almost an insurmountable advantage. I wouldn't say insurmountable, but definitely has the advantage. He can play the game really however they want. Whoever's in the lead going into that last minute obviously controls the pace of the game, and that's what you want to have, especially going into the end game of these 1v1s. Becoming such a big chess match nowadays. Wizz going to put in a 5th. Will it be the dagger, is the question. Well, looking like he's going to take this kickoff win. Now, will he be able to generate enough power or put Wizz on the wrong foot? Doesn't look like he's able to do it yet, but if it looks like he's going to the wall. Wizz meeting him early, and we'll lose it this time. But Quell gives himself 23 seconds now to equalize this game. What do you think? I'm thinking he does it. I'm hoping he does it. I want to see a close series. I want to see a game 3. Oh, a whiff from Quell will leave an open net for Wizz, and I am a little bit more confident saying that this one is going to be the dagger. But, there's still 10 seconds to go. The winner of this match moving on in the loser's bracket. The loser of this match, very unfortunately, will be out of the Feer 500 and will have to be trying to qualify for the Feer 500 Season 3 next time it comes around. GG's to Wizz, making his incredible lower bracket run. Let's see if he can continue it later as we go and raid Feer on his stream in just a second. GG's to Quell, an incredible effort from him as Wizz takes the series 2-0.